What's good, everyone? Welcome to the PWD channel where we discuss professional wrestling. In today's video, I'm covering the June 5th, 2023 episode of Monday Night Raw. Not a lot of crazy or like super big things happened on the show. The only thing that I felt like that was really noteworthy, or at least worthy enough to make it on the title and thumbnail, is the potential split of Damian Priest and Finn Balor and the Judgment Day as a whole. I'm just gonna go off and straight up say my opinion about this immediately. Please, WWE, please do not split this group. For the love of God, do not split this group. Please, I do not want to see this group get split. I love the Judgment Day, and I feel like, yeah, they've been around for like a little bit, but I feel like there's so much more that they could do as a group, and they have so much more potential. I just don't want to see them split already, but nonetheless, they teased it on the show, and I'm not too happy about that, and I really hope it doesn't happen, but they did tease it on the show. Show kicked off with Seth Rollins coming out basically saying like, I'm going to be a fighting champion and that's why I'm fighting Damian Priest tonight. He was kind of talking good about the Judgment Day, which for whatever reason brought the Judgment Day out, and Damian's like straight up saying to Seth, like, I'm so confident that I'll beat you that I'll go ahead and leave my group out of this completely. Like Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, I'll like kick them all out from ringside. And at first, like, Seth's like, oh really, you'll do that? Damian's like, yeah. And Finn Balor's like stops him. He's like, no, like, don't do that. Basically, he tells Damian like, don't do that. But Damian goes off and he's like, Finn, I got this, man. Like, trust me. And the two have a little bit of a, not an altercation, but between them, Finn's kind of like, come on, Damian, like, you shouldn't do that. And Damian, in his mind's like, Finn, are you doubting me? Like, you don't believe me? None of that's ever verbally said, and they don't really get into a verbal argument, but it is kind of, you can kind of tell that that's what's going on. And then they go on into the main event where Damian did agree with Seth. The Judgment Day will not come out at all. They are barred from ringside, not barred from ringside, but I promise you have my word that these people will not come out. They will not interfere with my match. And Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio did hold up onto their side of the deal. Like, it's not really a deal, but they did hold up onto that side of Damian Priest's request to not come out. So during the match, this match goes on for a while. It's like a 25 minute match maybe. Good match, pretty good match so far. Damian took a hold of most of the match, I can't lie. He was doing pretty good and kind of seemed like he was controlling most of the match. So these two are wrestling, having a really great match. Crowd is loving it. But towards the end, Damian gets hit with a nasty buckle bomb into the barricade, which Corey just called a barricade bomb, kind of replicating the spot where he kind of broke his friend tore his shoulder, whatever it was when he broke his shoulder, whenever the same move was hit onto him in SummerSlam for the Universal title to become the inaugural Universal Champion. Same move. Damian gets rolled into the ring after that by Seth. Seth Rollins is kind of recovering on the outside, and I don't know where Finn comes out. Seth Rollins takes care of him immediately. He immediately super kicks him, and Finn Balor is out the picture immediately. Seth Rollins rolls back in. Damian Priest ends up hitting the South of Heaven. Because of his hurt shoulder, he takes a while to get the pin onto Seth. He finally does get it, but it's only a 2 count. And then after the 2 count, Damian gets up and he realizes, he looks at Finn, he's like, wait, what are you doing out here? I told you not to come out here. What are you doing? And he looks really disappointed. He's like, man, like, why didn't you listen to me? Like, I had this in the bag. Why didn't you listen to me? And Finn's looking at him kind of like a little bit worried, disappointed, I don't know. Finn's looking at him with a little bit of a scared face. It's like, damn it, like, why did I just do this? Well, what am I doing? I should have just listened or whatever. But still, that happens. Damian turns around, the two continue fighting, and eventually Damian does lose by the stomp from Seth. So yeah, they teased some dissension. After that, Damian rolled out the ring. He got hit with the stomp, so he's out for a while. And Finn gets in the ring, and he goes up to Seth while Seth has a back turned, and he's staring at Seth. These two get face to face, and it looks like that's probably going to be the next feud. I could definitely see that happening at Money in the Bank. I think that's actually what's going to happen at Money in the Bank, is Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, potentially at least. But the whole storyline here and the whole bigger picture, to me at least, is this is what I got off of the show. Let me know down in the comments below if you got the same vibe, is that we might be seeing the end of the Judgment Day, or at least Damian Priest or Finn Balor splitting off from the group, which, again, I don't want to see that. I think it's way too early for these guys to split. I think these guys could do so much more together as a faction, as a group. I really don't want to see them split. If that's what's going to happen, I'm going to be quite disappointed and unhappy with that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really love the Judgment Day. These guys are a shining light in Raw, because like this episode, the last episode, there kind of hasn't just been a lot happening, especially within this episode. There really wasn't that much happening with this episode. Outside of what I already talked about, we had KO and Gunther, which was freaking incredible. That was a really, really great match. That was something where I was like, yeah, let's go. This is nice. Gunther ended up winning basically off of a distraction from Imperium. After that, Matt Riddle kind of argued with two of the Imperium members, the tag team of the group. They ended up arguing with Matt Riddle backstage, and Matt Riddle beat both of them up, which made the Imperium look really, really weak and really bad. But it made Matt Riddle look like a badass at least. We also had Miz TV with Cody Rhodes as a special guest. In that segment, Miz actually ended up bringing up a special guest, which was just Dominic Mysterio. Dominic and Cody got into a little altercation. Dominic talked trash about Cody for being a trash father. Said he was like kind of, because he's working with a broken arm when he should just be taking care of his daughter. And he calls him, he's like, you're just like Ray, a deadbeat dad. Cody talks trash to Dominic, saying he's a mistake. Dominic ends up slapping the crap out of Cody Rhodes. Like, he slapped the living hell out of Cody Rhodes, and then ended up immediately hiding behind Rhea Ripley immediately afterwards. But that looks like that's going to be a feud next. Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio, which I feel bad for Dom, because he's probably just going to get annihilated. I can't lie. It's going to be really, really bad. We also had Paul Heyman on the show, just inviting the fans for Friday Night SmackDown, because he's going to show, or we're going to see Jey Uso makes his decision, and he said, and the decision will be him choosing the Bloodline, so be ready for that on Friday night. So Paul Heyman thinks that Jey's going to choose the Bloodline over his twin brother, Jimmy Uso. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like, Becky Lynch defeated Sonya Deville in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Like, other than that, in my opinion, there wasn't anything really super exciting about Raw. It was a fair show overall. It was fine. I'm just really worried for the Judgment Day, honestly. Like, as a Judgment Day fan, let me know down in the comments below, are you guys Judgment Day fans? Because I don't know if it's just me. I personally like the Judgment Day. Let me know down in the comments below if you do. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed if they go that route. And yeah, this show overall, it was fine. I'm going to give it like a 2.8 out of 5, or yeah, 2.8 out of 5 is fair. And it's not, when I mean a 2.8, I don't necessarily mean like, oh, this show was really, really bad. It was just fine. I was watching it. I was getting a little bit tired. To be fair, I didn't have great sleep last night, or the night before that. So that could probably be potentially why I didn't enjoy the show as much. I was really tired throughout the show. But yeah, as a whole, it was fine. 2.8 out of 5. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought about this episode of Raw. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What did you think? We had two pretty good matches, which, you know what, it is a little bit unfair, but there was a lot of other stuff that I just personally didn't care about, to be honest. That's why I couldn't rate it really high. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this review there, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this show, what you thought about this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We make wrestling content like this weekly, and I will be back with a video on Wednesday discussing what is Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso. Well, what is Jey Uso's choice going to be? What's going to happen to the Bloodline going forward? Kind of just talking about that whole scenario with the group. And also, I'll be back on Friday Night SmackDown Friday with the Friday Night SmackDown review. So stay tuned for that. Catch you guys in the next video. Love you all.